Boys, not too recently, I just made a video of how many title defenses every single champion in the UFC is gonna get, and today we're gonna do the downfall of every single champion, how many fights they got left, and who I think they're gonna lose the belt to. Just like last video, we're gonna start with the lightest division, end up in the heaviest division. Quickly gonna run through the women's division super quickly, because at the end of the day, I know a lot of people just don't really care that much about the women's MMA side, but quickly running through them. But before we get into them, if you guys haven't yet, we're on the goal to get to 500 subscribers. So if you haven't yet, leave a like on this video and subscribe with those post notifications turned on so you never miss any of my newest videos. And let's start off. Women's bantamweight division, Raquel Pennington. Downfall of Raquel Pennington's champion career is going to be her next title defense. Now, I think there's two options on who she could defend the belt against first. It's either going to be Juliana Pena or Kayla Harrison. In my opinion, it makes way more sense for Juliana Pena to get the next title shot and defend it against Kayla Harrison. Then Kayla Harrison can beat Juliana Pena and then call out Amanda Nunes. But in my opinion, regardless of which girl gets that title shot first, they're going to take the belt off Raquel Pennington. 0 title defenses for Raquel Pennington. Let's keep moving on into women's flyweight division, Alexa Grasso. Now, I think we're going to see Alexa Grasso hold that championship belt for a hot minute. I think she beats Valentina in that trilogy match. I think she beats Manon Farad. I think she beats Erin Blanchfield. Macy Barber, that could be a tough test. Jessica Andrade, I think she beats Jessica. Thug Rose, I think that's also another tough test for her. Then after that, into the top, from top 7 and down, I think she beats pretty much everyone there. But I'm going to say the downfall of Alexa Grasso's championship title run is going to be against Rose Namajunas. I don't know. I'm just feeling like Thug Rose could get it done. I don't know why. But out of all of these contenders, I'm saying Thug Rose is going to be the one to take the belt off Alexa Grasso. But like I said, I think we're going to see Alexa Grasso as champion for a hot minute. Let's keep moving down. Women's strawweight division, Zhang Weili. Now, I don't think we're seeing another title defense from Zhang Weili. We saw against Yang Jiaonan that, she kind of didn't look as good as we all thought she did, which is very crazy to say because she beat Yang Jiaonan 3 different ways. Submission, she choked her out in the first, I think it was a first or second round. Then she could have arguably have got a TKO win, some nasty ground and pound. The ref could have arguably have stopped that fight. Then she won the decision win, so won 3 different ways. But, towards the end of that fight, Yao Jianan was coming back and definitely made Zhang Weili look a lot more beatable, and I don't think she's gaining another title defense. I think her next matchup is going to be Tatiana Suarez, and I think Tatiana Suarez is going to take the belt off of Zhang Weili and then have her own reign as champion. And yeah, that's the entire women's division. Let's move into all of the men's division, starting off with the flyweight division, Alexandre Pantoja. I see Pantoja having one more title defense against Amir Albazi. I feel like he's going to win another decision win against Amir Albazi. And then Muhammad Makhachev versus Manel Kape is happening relatively soon. I think Manel Kape's going to win that fight, then fight for the championship gold next, and then beat Alexandre Pantoja. And yeah, Pantoja, a good resume so far, a decent amount of title defenses, but once Manel Kape gets that title shot, I think Alexandre Pantoja's reign as champion ends there. Let's keep moving over. Bantamweight division. We have Sean O'Malley. And I'm going to have a very bold prediction on this fight. I think Sean O'Malley, he's going to fight Merab Dvalishvili next, knock him out in the Sphere card. And then I do see Corey Sandhagen actually getting past Umar Nurmagomedov. Corey Sandhagen been putting that work in religiously as of recently. I think after that, that's going to be Sean O'Malley's hardest title defense. But he's going to beat Corey Sandhagen. After that, we might see maybe like a Davison Figueiredo title shot, a Jose Aldo title shot. A lot of different matchups could be made between then and now. Do I see Sean O'Malley becoming a 2-weight world champion? Possibly. There is an avenue I could see him going to featherweight, getting that double champ status, but I think his downfall is going to come to the hands of someone who isn't in MMA. I think he's getting a boxing fight, and I think he's going to lose to Ryan Garcia. Someone like a Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, someone like that. More likely than not, Ryan Garcia. I see Sean O'Malley taking a very heavy Conor McGregor approach to this game, but I think he's going to be a little bit smarter in the fact that once he goes into the boxing ring, he's not coming back at all into MMA. And yeah, a very hot take, but I see Sean O'Malley having a very story-like ending to it. But let's keep moving on. Featherweight division, ILIA Topuria. Another very hot take, but I've been seeing, Max Holloway's going to be next for ILIA Topuria, and I don't know. I think they're waiting to see the outcome of the Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler fight. I don't know, truthfully, if Max Holloway is getting the next shot. I don't think so, to be honest. I still think that they're going to give it to Alexander Volkanovski. And, call me hella delusional, but I see ILIA Topuria losing to a revigorated, arrested, the true Alexander Volkanovski. And yeah, probably a lot of hopium going into this, but I see ILIA Topuria's title run ending once he rematches Alexander Volkanovski. But let's keep going down lightweight division. Truthfully, I don't see anyone beating Islam Makhachev. Yes, maybe Dustin Poirier can pull it all off this weekend and get that win, cementing his legacy. But truthfully, even if Dustin Poirier has all these curses around him, having the Paulo Costa curse, Islam looking like he has staph infection, all these curses on Islam, I still see Islam unfortunately winning. Although I do want Dustin to pull it off somehow. I'm rooting for Dustin this Saturday, but I don't know if anyone beats Islam Makhachev, to be honest, especially in the lightweight division. However, this man wants to be a double champ. If he moves up to the welterweight division, I don't think he's winning, to be honest. I see Leon Edwards still being champion by the time Islam does move up to welterweight. It'll either be Islam or maybe Shavkat, but regardless, I see both of those guys beating Islam, and I see the downfall of Makhachev's career as champion in the lightweight division coming from him just plain out retiring, to be honest. That being said, welterweight division, we have Leon Rocky Edwards. Now, Leon Edwards scheduled to fight Bilal Muhammad soon. I'm backing Leon Edwards to actually knock out Bilal Muhammad. After that, he's either going to fight someone like a Shavkat Rakhmonov, a JDM, possibly an Ian Gary. Could also see him fighting someone like an MVP very soon. Right now, MVP scheduled to fight Ian Gary. Shavkat Rakhmonov versus JDM most likely is the next match for those two opponents. But truthfully, what I could see happening, Leon Edwards defeats Bilal Muhammad, and then depending on the outcome of MVP versus Ian Gary, if MVP pulls it off against Ian Gary, I could see MVP getting a title shot right after that. He's already an older fighter. He's here for a good time, not a long time. I could see him getting a title shot after that win. I do see Leon Edwards winning that fight as well. And then if Ian Gary does win that fight, I could also see the UFC wanting to give him a title shot. And I could also see Leon Edwards beating Ian Gary. However, once Shavkat does get a title shot, I think that's when we're going to see Leon Edwards lose. To be honest, Leon Edwards stacks up amazingly to a lot of these guys in the top 15. But I just think Rakhmonov does have his number. I think Rakhmonov is going to beat Leon Edwards once he gets a title fight. And then after that, we're going to see a whole new reign of just dominance from Shavkat. But let's move over. Middleweight division. Right now, we have DRICUS, du Plessis. More likely than not going to fight Israel Adesanya, probably in the Perth card. Hasn't been fully announced yet, but that's what I think is going to happen. And coming into that fight, I hate to say this because I really dislike Izzy this much, but you cannot tell me that for some reason that Izzy's just gonna knock out Dricus du Plessis in the first round. That shit's already written in stone. That shit's scripted already. You already know what's gonna happen. So yeah, the downfall of Dricus du Plessis is gonna be Israel Adesanya. And I do think it's gonna be a very fun build-up, but a very uneventful fight. I think it's gonna be a one-handed beatdown. I think Izzy's gonna catch Dricus in the first round, and that's gonna be it. And yeah, the downfall of Dricus is gonna be Israel. Do I think Strickland's gonna get the rematch before Israel gets to fight Dricus? No. I think Israel is most likely gonna fight Dricus next. And yeah, we have two more divisions to go to. Light heavyweight division, Alex Pereira. His next title defense is most likely gonna be either someone like a Yuri Prochazka or a Magomed Ankalaev. But Magomed is being a bitch recently. Like, he's been offered Alex Pereira a numerous amount of times. I believe he's been offered him for UFC 300, I think 301 before Alex broke his foot. And I think he was offered to fight Alex Pereira before Jamal Hill, to be honest. But regardless, whoever he fights, I think he KOs Yuri again. I think he KOs Ankalaev. I think he KOs Jamal Hill. Jan Blachowicz could be a very tough test for him, depending on how Jan Blachowicz comes back to. He's coming off of surgery on both of his shoulders, so who even knows if he's going to be the same fighter after that. But yeah, I think out of everyone, at least in the top 5, the hardest matchup is probably going to be someone like a Yuri Prochazka. But with that being said, I think my boy Alex Pereira retires on top. If anything, he'll try to go up to heavyweight against maybe like a Tom Aspinall and lose there. But in the light heavyweight division, I think he ends his career as champion. But with that being said, we have one more division to go to. heavyweight division. Jon Bones Jones. And you know, there's literally two outcomes for Jon Jones. Either he retires after Stipe, or Tom Aspinall retires him and beats him. Those are literally the only two options that Jon Jones has. I am praying that once we get done with this Jon Jones versus Stipe fight, Jon Jones sticks around to fight Tom Aspinall to unify the heavyweight title, and then we can finally see this man unconscious on the ground. That's the reality I want to live in, but will that happen? Probably not. Jon Jones will probably be a bitch about it and retire after beating old man Stipe. It is what it is. But you guys have to let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this? Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Who's going to be the one to dethrone your favorite champion? And yeah, like I said, we're on the goal to get to 500 subscribers. So if you guys haven't yet and you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe with those post notifications turned on. And yeah, there's really not that much else left to say except for I will see you guys in my next video.